Today I learned that when professional tennis stars win big matches, one thing they do, it's kind of a weird new-ish tradition. I don't know how long this has been going on, but a thing they sometimes do is they take a marker, they take a pen, and they write something on the lens of a TV camera that has been covering the match they just won. How did this start? I don't know. But this is a thing they do. Here's Naomi Osaka drawing this little cat. That's a thing she does. This is an Italian guy who won a match even though he had the stomach flu. What he wrote on the camera lens was, "Thank you, Imodium." Imodium, grazie, which is really funny if you have a 6-year-old sense of humor, which I absolutely do. This is a thing that tennis stars do when they win matches. Right now, there's a big pro tennis tournament on in Dubai. And a Russian player named Andrei Rublev, R-U-B-L-E-V, Andrei Rublev, he's ranked number 7 in the world. He's at that Dubai tournament, and he won a match there that will advance him to the final. When he won today's match, he didn't say anything, but he did walk over to the nearest TV camera, and he took out a pen, and he wrote on the camera lens, "No war, please." Again, he's the number 7 ranked men's tennis player in the world. He is Russian. This was his note to the camera today upon winning that match. The number 1 ranked U.S. man in the world is also Russian. His name is Daniil Medvedev. He is playing at a big tournament in Mexico right now. This was his wife sitting in the stands watching him at that Mexico tournament. We dropped the lower third there so you can see what she's wearing. We dropped that. There it is. She's wearing a shirt in the colors of the Ukrainian flag while she was in the stands there watching her husband play again. He's the number 1 ranked men's tennis player in the world. The most famous Russian athlete in the whole world is the massive hockey star Alex Ovechkin, who plays for the National Hockey League in the United States. Ovechkin has previously been an outspoken supporter of Russian President Vladimir Putin. But today he told reporters, quote, "Please, no more war." At home in Russia, the biggest star on that country's wildly popular national soccer team is a striker named Fedor Smolov, S-M-O-L-O-V, Mr. Smolov. He just posted on Instagram, "No to war," with the Ukrainian flag and a broken heart emoji next to it. International soccer just announced that Russia will no longer be allowed to host the Champions League final. They were going to be hosting that in St. Petersburg in May. That match has been yanked from Russia now. Formula One car racing has also pulled its next major race out of Russia. The Eurovision Song Contest announced today that Russia will not be allowed to have a team compete in this year's Eurovision. And as Americans, we don't tend to care that much about the Eurovision Song Contest, but it is an absolute national obsession in Russia and across most of Europe. Russia's been kicked out of it for this year. You know, and each of these things is, I know, it's a little Lego in a larger brick wall. Sports stars saying a thing, cultural things being canceled, sports things being pulled out of Russia, business decisions. They're all little Lego blocks. But they're adding up to a wall that is starting to amount to global ostracism, global pariah status for Russia, thanks to the actions of their president, Vladimir Putin. And it's one thing for a country to do something unpopular and to be treated as such globally. It is another thing for a nation's leader to do something like that while his own people hate what he's doing. For Vladimir Putin, this moment of global ostracism, global pariah status, comes as his own people hate it. Russian music stars, Russian cultural figures, now the biggest sports figures in the country, they are all braving the considerable wrath of that dictatorship to speak out publicly against this insane war that Putin has started. Everyday Russians all over that country, even though Russians are being threatened with prosecution as rioters and terrorists if they dare to turn up to any sort of protest against the war in Ukraine. Yesterday, Russian citizens were arrested for protesting anyway in more than 50 different Russian cities. Today, another 500 Russian citizens were arrested for, again, defying their increasingly unhinged government to go protest in the streets against Putin waging this war.